Right now at 5, a local school district's drastic moves after a failed referendum.
Plus, what happens in 7 days that could leave you unable to fly?
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. The Arcadia School District is in a tough money spot.
No referendum money means parents could be on the financial hook. News 8 Now's Grace Monk explains from the newsroom.
The Arcadia School District's $3.7 million operational referendum failed earlier this month. Now they need to cut over $800,000 from their budget. The Arcadia School District will see some changes next year.
We are looking at about $800,000 to $1 million worth of reductions.
Athletic programs, courses, and a few faculty positions will be cut.
We will be eliminating gymnastics. We just don't have the students right now, and it's an expensive sport.
Arcadia superintendent says they can keep student activities by passing some of the costs on to parents.
We will be doing more of an activities pay for play, basically. So in activities, students will actually have to pay $50 per activity.
The district currently offers college credits both on and off campus. Next year, they plan to only offer 18 courses and eliminate transportation for ones outside of the high school.
By state law, we have to pay for up to 18 credits. Now, beyond the 18, our parents and guardians need to pay for those beyond the 18.
While the cuts will help, the district's financial concerns are far from over.
This year itself, we're probably going to be in a deficit of $100,000 plus. So we have to pay our bills just like everybody else, but we'll have to borrow to pay those bills. And it looks like we may not be able to have enough money to pay off the borrowing before we have to borrow again.
The district could go to referendum again in April 2026. If that were to pass, the district wouldn't see those funds until 2027. Reporting in the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. The Wisconsin Supreme Court is suspending an investigation into a leak. It's tied to a 2024 draft order in an abortion case. The court eventually investigated it. People were interviewed, security procedures reviewed, but a culprit was never found. To prevent future leaks, things like better document handling and faster investigations were suggested.
La Crosse residents had a chance to help shape the city's future housing scene. City planners hosted a public session on their rezoning project at the library. The project will redo zoning and neighborhood codes in the city. They explained how regulations affect housing costs and their design. The rules decide everything from where apartments can be built to the size of backyards.
Looking for a more flexible, user-friendly code that developers, residents will be able to use a lot easier and find what their information that they're looking for quicker than the current code allows. That's from the 1980s.
Another information session will be at the library at 5 p.m. tomorrow. You can also submit your ideas for the project to their survey on forwardlacrosse.com.
Yeah, unfortunately, rain is going to be coming back into the way here as we go work our way through later tonight and through Thursday. So unfortunately, we're going to have that in cooler conditions, but there is some bright news towards the end of this, and we'll explain that here in a little bit. But this evening should remain dry, just cloud cover increasing, getting back down to 58. So milder conditions that we saw yesterday evening with that wind turning around to the south-southeast. Otherwise, it'll clear similar. Cloud cover will slowly increase, probably cloudy skies, or at least mostly cloudy as we get closer to 10 p.m. Only getting down to 55, so milder than we had yesterday. Overall, that moisture is beginning to pull northward from a system that's well to the south. Everyone's was in the 60s here. Bigger picture shows we have a system to the west. That's more for a Friday type of system. But the one to the south that's pulling northward, it's going to provide some moisture and precipitation, at least going into southern areas here as we go throughout tomorrow night. Now, we'll break that down later on here with Thursday, Friday's precipitation. But we have something else coming back that I think you'll like more than Ken. A lot of 70s potentially in the forecast.
Hey. Likes the 70s.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, it's a great era, great degree of weather too.
Well, the Trump administration is ending $400 million in grants for AmeriCorps programs.
So what will the impact here be? News 8 Now's Allison Fergut is here with some answers.
In La Crosse, the Nature Place connects residents young and old with environmental education, but these new cuts are having a major impact on what they can do. The center relies on AmeriCorps members to help with community programming and visitor services, but 6 active positions were lost in the Trump administration's massive funding cuts. Marketing Communications Manager Paige Mangus says it's left the Nature Place scrambling.
The timing of the funding that was cut is not great with our summer program coming up. We do ask this for flexibility as we are working currently to reconfigure schedules, budget, to make these programs run as anticipated.
Mangus adds that these cuts will have long-term impacts on conservation and education in the community. In all of Wisconsin, around 430 AmeriCorps members lost their positions. Governor Tony Evers says Wisconsin is joining a lawsuit against the Trump administration over the cuts. Reporting in the studio, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
Allison, thank you. Local families in need will soon receive additional support through a generous donation. The Toma Health Community Foundation presenting a $2,500 check today to Family Promise of the Great Rivers. The organization provides shelter and resources to families without homes.
It's more important with so many cuts in spending and budgets and everything else that's going on. This is the kind of donation that's going to keep us afloat and keep us able to do what we're still doing.
The funds will go toward shelter, food, clothing, and life skills training to help families achieve long-term stability.
Right now, let's see what's making news around the state. A wedding scam alert in Wisconsin. Photographers taking couples' money up front, then disappearing. One couple allegedly lost $5,300. The Better Business Bureau says red flags include photographers only communicating through social media or only taking payments through cash apps.
The Real ID deadline is 1 week away. You'll need it to enter federal buildings and to fly. If you have a driver's license, you can upgrade it at the DMV for $14. For an ID, it's $16. Again, that deadline next Wednesday.
The Green Bay Packers set dates for OTAs and minicamp. The voluntary shorts and helmets practices are May 27th, 28th, and 30th. Then on June 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. Minicamp will be June 10th through June 12th.
Marking my calendar. More than 1,400 students from across the region are getting a hands-on look at careers in the skilled trades today in Onalaska. The Build My Future event lets students operate real equipment, explore virtual simulations, and try out activities like concrete pouring, all aimed at sparking interest in high-demand trades. With nearly half of today's tradespeople nearing retirement, organizers say the goal is to inspire the next generation of workers.
Lots of kids don't have access to some of the tools or the equipment or know what the options are in the trade industry. So this gives them the opportunity to explore some other things besides your typical college avenues, if you will.
Organizers say the event gives students a chance to explore careers and tools they might not have access to, offering alternatives to that typical college path. A new report says the economy is shrinking. Coming up, who President Trump blames and what he wants Americans to do.
Plus, what the U.S. is about to do that could end the Russia-Ukraine war.
Save the day for Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, May 3rd. Browse items from dozens of local vendors and enjoy concessions from area food trucks while you shop. All right down Central Ave in Coon Valley. That's Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, May 3rd in Coon Valley.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
If nagging, persistent joint pain has upended your life, listen, there's a solution for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. QC Kinetics uses a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, hips, and more. QC Kinetics targets the source of your pain, not just the symptoms. Thousands of patients have experienced life-changing results, and they're right here. Find out if you're a candidate for this game-changing therapy. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation.
Dahl Honda is proud to sponsor News 8 Now's Top Notch Teacher Program. It's always a highlight of our month to recognize the top-notch teacher and thank them for all they do for our students in school. Dahl Honda values the great work all teachers do for our children and community. If you know a teacher who deserves top-notch teacher recognition, please nominate them. Thank you, teachers, for going above and beyond and providing a top-notch education.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step, from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
Save the day for Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, May 3rd. Browse items from dozens of local vendors and enjoy concessions from area food trucks while you shop. All right down Central Ave in Coon Valley. That's Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, May 3rd in Coon Valley.
President Trump continues to tout his early economic success.
But a new report out reveals a different story. CBS's Erica Brown has more.
The markets dropped Wednesday in response to the news that U.S. economic growth slowed sharply this year.
And that's Biden. That's not Trump.
President Trump dismissed the government data showing the gross domestic product contracted in the first quarter of 2025, its worst performance in 3 years.
We came in on January 20th. So this is Biden. And you could even say the next quarter is sort of Biden.
The GDP number was driven in part by a surge of imports as companies raced to get products before Trump's sweeping tariffs went into effect.
All of these games come
Game store owner Miriam Al-Hamami told CBS News that she stockpiled enough toys and games to get her through at least September.
You sound like a hoarder.
I feel like a hoarder. If you've seen my stores, you would see the hoarding in the back rooms.
The Trump administration says the GDP numbers show momentum from job growth and trillions of dollars in new investments in America. And President Trump invited the CEOs of companies that are now spending money on U.S. manufacturing to the White House.
I heard Samsung is now, because of the tariffs, they're going to build massive facilities in the United States. If we didn't do the tariffs, they wouldn't be doing that.
The president is able to impose tariffs after declaring the deficit with U.S. trade partners a national emergency. The Senate is voting on a bill today to terminate the emergency declaration, which would nullify the tariffs.
Donald Trump inherited the strongest economy in the world, not a perfect one, but the strongest, and it's just taken him 100 days to crash it.
Kentucky Republican Rand Paul, who has been an outspoken critic of the tariffs, is a co-sponsor of the bill. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
The U.S. and Ukraine have officially come to an agreement on a mineral deal. President Trump has previously said he wanted Ukraine's rare elements as a condition of further support in its war with Russia.
Could an American pope be waiting in the wings? If it were to happen, Vatican watchers say New Jersey Cardinal Joseph Tobin has the best shot. He spent time in several countries, speaks Italian, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. Tobin also served as second in command of a Vatican office. Meanwhile, a tailor in Rome is getting the new pope's wardrobe ready. Raniero Mencinelli has dressed the last 3 popes. He creates a range of sizes, small, medium, and large. The conclave to elect the next pope starts next Wednesday.
We will have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be kind of a damp, cloudy Thursday that may go into Friday, too, with all the rain that we'll be seeing. But the good news is the weekend is shaping up to be fantastic. We'll break down when to expect to rain, how much, and what the temperatures look like this weekend. All coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
The Menards Garden Center has everything you need to grow a beautiful and healthy lawn. Make it stand out with our wide selection of grass seed. Pick up a 20-pound bag of Schultz grass seed mix for $49.99 after rebate. Keep your lawn looking its best with Menards Premium 4-part fertilizer program. It's comprised of what you need all year long. Buy now and save for the season. Get all 4 for under $40 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
We have a very special bond, I think, as a family. Spectrum is the connecting thread to everything we do.
It provides us with reliability, lightning speeds, and allows us to do what we need to do in our lives.
From school to homework to entertainment, Spectrum's the perfect match for me and my family.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra.
Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or get over $5,300 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
You know it's time to replace some windows, a patio door, an entry door, or all of them. The Board Store's provided skillful installation of quality products for thousands of your neighbors for 35 years. Double hung slider, casement, awning windows, double glazing, triple glazing, white windows, black windows, wood grain. Our experienced sales staff will help you choose what's best for you, provide a detailed proposal, and a firm price. No pressure, no nonsense. One window or a house full, call or visit the Board Store for a prompt free estimate. More than you expect for less than you thought.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
To oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes today
a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have rain coming back in the forecast, but the good news, we're not expecting any severe type weather, no thunderstorms. It can be generally a light rain. Not the entire period through Friday morning will be wet, but it definitely is going to feel more cool and damp through at least the end of Friday before the weekend's shaping up to be pretty nice. But good news is for this evening, we're not expecting any rainfall really until after midnight. In fact, some areas may be closer to the morning commute tomorrow, so it'll be mainly dry for a lot of portions tonight. Wet Thursday morning for a lot of areas, mainly I-90 and south. As you go further north, it's less likely you're going to see a lot of precipitation through Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon looks actually fairly dry, and then we have another front coming through Thursday evening and Thursday night, more showery. That'll be more scattered type of nature, mainly probably before midnight we'll see most of that precipitation too. So we'll have some periods of precipitation, but overall not that high amounts. For this evening, as I mentioned, it'll stay dry. We'll just see increasing cloud cover. Eventually you'll see some of the activity get up towards northeast Iowa. A little bit of scattered in nature, probably between about 2 to 4. And then we'll start seeing more widespread activity as we go towards the morning commute. See this area begin to really start to expand a little bit. But notice how far north it gets. It doesn't really get that far northern until about Eau Claire area. Maybe they might see a little bit of activity maybe about 8 to 9 a.m., but most of it continues to expand and sit down in this area and really push eastward, and you can see some of this activity right there by noon. Now, in the afternoon hours, mostly dry. There'll be a few showers that could come through, but really all attention then will turn to that little activity out to the west with the front that'll be coming through. That won't really reach the area probably until about the evening commute or there afterwards. So a line of showers coming through probably between about 7 to about 10. It could linger a little bit longer at night, but I think once we get past Thursday midnight going into Friday, most of that activity will be pushing off to the east with a few remaining showers through Friday morning. Otherwise, Friday for the most part looks dry. It's going to feel kind of cold. We see upper 40s in some areas, so it's not going to feel that very nice going into Friday. We will see more sunshine a little bit in the afternoon, and then clearing skies as we go to Saturday, and that's setting up for really a fantastic weekend because you can see there's absolutely no cloud cover as you go towards the Dakotas over there. So overall, it's going to be a look fairly nice. Precipitation right now, this could vary a little bit, but most areas will probably stay under a ½ inch, maybe even a ¼ inch. There could be spotty areas depending on how this band sets up and who gets really continuous light rain that they might push over a ½ inch, but I think most of that will be pushing to the east. And then we have a second round coming through the north that's really where Eau Claire I think will get more of their precipitation is really Thursday night with that front coming through. So all in all, some light rain, but nothing like we all had recently. So temperatures tomorrow with all the cloud cover. There will be a little bit of sun in the afternoon, maybe with some breaks there, so we could get back into the 60s, but most of the people will be upper 50s. Friday, definitely the coolest day. Look at the temperatures up to the north, mid-40s, so it's going to be quite chilly. Further south you go, maybe the low 60s. They'll have a little bit more sun, but overall, probably the coolest day of the 8-day forecast. Saturday, we're back to seasonal conditions, mid-60s generally for most areas. Light winds, plenty of sunshine, really a fantastic Saturday, and it gets better for Sunday, too. We're back into the 70s. Look out to the west, you even got 80s, too. So and that begins a trend of really a dry and mild pattern that could extend beyond Thursday. It could go throughout the following weekend into the following week too. So overall, we just got to get through probably Friday And then everyone who likes sun and 70s.
Yeah, and who doesn't?
And you know,
look at that.
They'll enjoy the rest. But you'll definitely need the rain gear for tomorrow. The good news is probably Thursday evening we'll see more showers, but it's not a steady all-day rain, just mainly in the morning and more in the evening.
I look so good. It feels like you could just take the whole next week off.
Right.
Because there won't be anything
Yeah, you don't even
developing.
have to do your job.
That's right. Ken can cover, right?
That's right.
We're all going to
I
the
could
beach.
do it.
Yes.
Great.
Thanks, Greg. Still to come, puppets to the rescue.
The unique way this zoo is keeping a rare baby bird healthy when we come back.
Too many ladies, not enough men. Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, UW La Crosse's senior speed dating event needs men 65 plus. We'll have those details for you when we see you at 6.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Shop for a cause at Home Sleep Express. Donate $10 to help ovarian cancer research, and Home will give you 10% off Luxuria or Thomas Cole sleep mattresses. Plus, pay no interest for 1 year. Give $10, get 10% off sale prices right now at Home Sleep Express.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers? Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
At Knutson Roofing, we know a cheap roof isn't good, and a good roof isn't cheap. When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with the bargain bin. Go with the pros you can trust. Knutson Roofing, over 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Choose the best with no regrets. Call 715-ROOFING today and get a $250 Visa gift card with your completed roof.
Convenience is a big factor. We're right here in Onalaska.
We're local. You know, we've been here for a long time. We take all insurances. We service and repair many different makes and models of hearing aids. Even if you didn't get your hearing aids with us, we'd be happy to take a look at them.
If your hearing aid is still under warranty, we can do some warranty work for you there.
You know, just walk in. You know, you don't have to have an appointment. I'm happy to help if I can.
Our family is helping your family. Better Hearing Center, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Shop for a cause at Home Seasonal Concepts. Home will give you 10% off sale prices on porch and patio when you donate $10 to help ovarian cancer research. Give $10 to Mocha and get 10% off sale prices now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, zookeepers will go to great lengths to stop animals from getting used to their domesticated surroundings.
Yeah, the bird on the right there is a rare baby king vulture, the first born at the Bronx Zoo in 30 years. The bird on the left, though, is no bird at all. It's a puppet from the zoo's art department. It's meant to ensure a healthy upbringing while keeping birds as wild as possible.
And very, very realistic looking.
Yeah, well done by the woman from the art
That is a very sweet little
department.
gesture right there.
Mhm.
He's baby bird is taking to it like it's its own mama.
I know, we were theorizing that it just wouldn't feel as comfortable or maybe wouldn't eat at all if it wasn't like a motherly figure trying to feed it.
Right.
So, keeping it healthy as best the zoo can.
Yep, they got the job done. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like a free Wild Bite fishing kit when you spend $50 on fishing gear. Blaine's brand lawn and garden batteries, $3 off for rewards members. Plus, we've lowered prices store-wide so you can find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
King Furniture would like to wish all moms a happy Mother's Day. And this year, let's skip the flowers and get her a gift she'll enjoy every single day. It's the Mother's Day trade-in sale at King Furniture, where you can trade in your old furniture and get huge savings on something brand new. Trade in that old tired recliner for a brand new style, or upgrade mom to the bedroom she's always dreamt of. Plus, find savings of up to 60% store-wide. Make this Mother's Day unforgettable, only at King Furniture.
If nagging, persistent joint pain has upended your life, listen, there's a solution for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. QC Kinetics uses a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, hips, and more. QC Kinetics targets the source of your pain, not just the symptoms. Thousands of patients have experienced life-changing results, and they're right here. Find out if you're a candidate for this game-changing therapy. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation.
My name's Matt. I'm a Maxwell White customer. I think they've been wonderful. They've done exactly what they said they would do. There was a plan to diagnose the problem, to come up with potential solutions to the problem. They've been very upfront in terms of the cost, in terms of the systems that are used, in terms of explaining what we should do in the way of maintenance. And they're always, as far as plumbing is concerned, they're always our first call.
Stop into Pischke Motors West Salem or Pischke Motors La Crosse now to get employee pricing for all for a limited time only. Get your favorite Jeep, Ram, Dodge, or Chrysler during their Freedom of Choice pricing program. Employee pricing for all means anyone can get exclusive employee pricing on these new vehicles. This opportunity won't last long, so stop into Pischke Motors now. This offer ends April 30th. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle.
All right, it should be mainly dry. We're expecting rain come back in La Crosse, probably not until about 2 to 3 in the morning, maybe a little bit later. Eau Claire probably won't see much of anything, maybe a little bit towards the morning commute. Should be much milder than we saw the temperatures this morning. That's the better news. As we look at the 8-day forecast, that rain does continue through early Friday. It won't be an all-day rain. The better news is the weekend, 60s, 70s, and all next week looks mainly dry, 70s, even maybe potentially some 80s too.
So much to like there.
Looking forward to it. Yep. All right.
I worked hard for that.
Yeah, you sure did. That does it tonight for us at 5.
We'll see you at 6.